I'm Cesar Duenas, and I am an attorney. I want to introduce you to my new YouTube channel, where I will be posting every week content regarding the three major areas of practice that we handle here at the firm. But first, let me tell you a little bit about myself, and then I'll move on to those three areas of practice I mentioned. So I'm an attorney. I was admitted to practice law back in Honduras, which is my native country. I started working for Mercedes-Benz back home. I was general counsel for the company. I dealt with corporate matters, litigation, employment matters, trademark, and several other areas that then transitioned into me moving to the United States and setting practice here. In the United States, I'm currently admitted in the states of Florida, New York, and the District of Columbia. And I started my practice last year. We are celebrating the first anniversary of the firm, and that's one of the major reasons why I want to move forward and start growing my base of clients. So now let's talk about the three major areas that we handle here in the firm. The first major area is corporate law and business litigation. In this area, we deal with issues from forming a company, helping our clients to decide whether they should form a limited liability company or a corporation, or in some very limited situations, a partnership. We also deal with employment matters, issues with employment compliance. For example, if an employee is not as compliant or is not getting to his monthly goals, then and deserves to be disciplined or called to action, then we help the companies do that. We also help employees who has been fired by illegal reasons to be either reinstated or to receive the benefits that the law confers upon them. We also deal with purchase of businesses, medium and small businesses. We help our clients with that. Mergers and acquisitions as well for small and medium businesses. We also handle trademark registrations. If you have a very good name that you would like to protect and make sure that no one else is using it, we can help you register the trademark. And that's pretty much our first area. Our second area is asset protection and trust and estates. Basically, in this area, we help our clients to protect their assets by setting structures that prevent their creditors from reaching out to their assets, whether they are real estate, most commonly, but also financial accounts. We help them also if they need to create offshore accounts and to help them get this layer of protection from liability. For example, if you have a house and you want to protect that house, we can help you set up a structure that, God forbids, but you have an accident and then you get sued, then the person who is suing you is not going to have access to that property. Right? That's pretty much what we do. We also handle probate matters. For example, when someone passes away and then the beneficiaries are entitled to receive the property, we help them whether there's a will or not. There are different procedures for that, but we do that. And finally, we also do, in this second area, we also do trust. So trusts are, a trust is an agreement where a person places his or her property, transfer that property to the trust, and then someone called the trustee is going to manage that property for the benefit of some definite or a specific beneficiaries. All right, so that's pretty much what the trusts do, and we help our clients to do this. The most common example of this is where our client have children and they believe their children are not ready to manage certain funds, so they name a trustee or they name themselves as the trustees of this trust. And then the trust has clear guidelines of how the funds from the trust were going to be disbursed to the beneficiaries. And so then you can set whatever conditions you want within the law. For example, that the minor or the beneficiary is going to receive the basic requirements for support, education, or you can set any condition, for example, that before having access to any of the benefits of the trust, the person has to complete college or something like that. It's pretty much the majority of our cases. You can also set a trust for yourself if you want to protect yourself in the future from creditors, and in some situation as well where you want to keep your assets not in your name, sometimes for purposes of receiving Social Security benefits. And then the third and last area of practice that we have is immigration law. Being an immigrant myself, I started learning about immigration by my own process. And back in New York in 2015, I started in a firm as a paralegal. And then after being admitted to practice law, I continued with that area as well. We basically do, immigration is basically divided into two sections. The first one is employment-based immigration, which is for when a company is petitioning for an employee to come to the United States, or to asking for the government to give an employee who is in the United States a permanent resident status, or at least a work authorization so they can work with the company. There are different type of visas for this. This also covers where a company wants to transfer an employee from outside the United States in the United States. And the final subsection of immigration law that we do is family petitions and deportation defense. So basically, every person who is a United States citizen is entitled, has the right to petition for a relative to join him or her in the United States. So we help them in these petitions. When you want to obtain a green card, which is the card that gives you the status as a permanent resident, we do that as well. And if you are in deportation defense, in deportation proceedings, meaning that whether you were either arrested and you're not a legal permanent resident, or you are a legal permanent resident, or you were arrested for a felony that allows the government to remove your green card, we can help with that as well. So those are the three major areas that we practice here, and I will be posting at least weekly videos of all these areas. And please hit the subscribe button and like, and we will keep these videos coming. Thank you.